Uh, yeah, it was a good match. Throughout the show, we saw Miz and Morrison uh, on usually we on Raw, but was on SmackDown. Like I said, it was probably a one night only thing to hype up the Royal Rumble match, the Royal Rumble pay per view. Um, yeah, it was awesome, and we saw the competition between Reigns and Kevin Owens. Reigns basically was taking shots at Kevin Owens' father. It's like what his father would think about this, and his grandfather, and that basically Kevin Owens got furious, and it leads to a pretty heated confrontation. They was sitting down with Michael Cole, I believe, just days before their battle at the Rumble. Basically, Reigns saying that he is a tribal chief, and basically taking shots at his father and his grandfather. Kevin Owens is was mad, and Roman Reigns turned off the TV on him, and it was pretty funny. And like I said, Roman Reigns was my pick to win. Yeah, the closing, the main event I talk about was Dane Bryan vs. AJ Styles, but unfortunately it ended in a distraction by Sami Zayn and Big E. Then that led to a tag team match. And then basically Sheamus came out. It led to a 6-man match. Then it was an 8-man match because Otis came out. Then turned into a 10-man tag, and we witnessed the return of Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman been out since November, since bumping his head on Adam Pearce. That was like November, and he made his shocking return. I was shocked. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to save that the Rumble. I'm happy to see Braun Strowman back. Hopefully he gets the push he deserves. Like I said, Braun Strowman, he got a lot of potential. He is a former Universal Champion, and hopefully he soon possibly hold the Universal or the W Championship again. I like to see it. I think he had big potential, but only time will tell. And yeah, I think it's awesome. That's basically what happened on SmackDown. Finally, you get to the Royal Rumble match. The Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Royal Rumble pay-per-view was a success. I'm going over some of the matches right now. Kicked off with the WWE Championship match. A big way to kick it off, a blockbuster way. Drew McIntyre defending his WWE Championship against Goldberg. The match that everybody been talking about, been going crazy about. I thought it was a good match. It started off with nothing but chaos. Before the bell rings, McIntyre delivered a headbutt to Goldberg. Then Goldberg delivered a spear through the barricade. And the match started. Then it ended with a claymore. I think Drew McIntyre delivered 4 claymores throughout the match. And Drew McIntyre did retain his WWE Championship against Goldberg. Congratulations to him. He deserved it. I was Goldberg's. Don't get me wrong. I'm a good Goldberg fan. I'm just happy that Drew McIntyre retained the title because it will only make sense. Drew McIntyre. Who knows who next in line for Drew McIntyre, and congratulations to him. The SmackDown Women's Championship. We saw Carmella against Sasha Banks. A great match. The Rumble was a good pay-per-view. Sasha Banks retained her title against Carmella. The Universal title match. We saw a awesome match. Yeah, I gotta say it was an awesome match. Kevin Owens brought the fight. He nearly won the Universal title. But Reigns, Kevin Owens handcuffed Reigns right before the end of the match, and then Paul Heyman was right in time to get the cuffs off of Reigns, and then it led to before Reigns got released from the handcuffs, he hit the referee, and Reigns got out the handcuffs and hit hit his submission move on Kevin Owens, then to put him to sleep, then Reigns retained it, the Universal title. Um, I'm happy that Reigns retained it. So happy to wonder who's next for Reigns, especially when we have 2 pay-per-views left before the grand stage on the Mall, WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania begins. It began with the Women's Rumble match. This one talk about some of the surprise, not all the surprise entries, but some of them. We saw Victoria. We saw Junior Hill. You know, go on, man, like that lady. Naomi. We saw a return of her, and Tori Wilson. Just to name a few that made their return to WWE. Victoria. It was awesome to see her. It's been years since we saw Victoria and Julian Hall. And this has been a great thing. We saw the debut of Rhea Ripley. She made her Rumble return, made her main roster debut, kind of could say. I guess she's in the main roster now. Hopefully Rhea gets pushed. Hopefully she got a lot of potential. And basically, the last 3 of the Rumble match was Charlotte, Rhea, Bianca Belair. Like I said, Bianca wasn't top pick to win, and she won. She eliminated Rhea Ripley, and Bianca is going to WrestleMania. Have the opportunity to choose either the Raw Women's Champion Asuka, or the SmackDown Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks. Hopefully she chooses Bianca. Hopefully Bianca chooses Sasha Banks. I would like to see that match. Is a main event match. They got more star power than the Raw Women's title. Sorry, but I'm just saying. In my opinion, I like to see Bianca versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 37 for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca made history. She is the first black woman to win the Rumble match. I feel awesome. I think that's an awesome achievement. Congratulations to her. She deserved it. You know, Bianca been working her butt off ever since she made her presence felt at last year's Rumble. She was a part of NXT by the time. But yeah, she made history. And she actually won it this year. Made history by being the first black woman to win the Women's Royal Rumble in Royal Rumble history. Congratulations to her. And I expect great things for Bianca. Hopefully she faced Sasha Banks. Hopefully she picks Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title. Hope she wins it at WrestleMania. Like I said, I think Bianca's a good star. I think she got a bright future ahead of her. I just love her. She's awesome. Edge, the main event of the Rumble match. Edge, they announced it on WWE Backstage. The first 2 entries of the men's Rumble match. Edge, number 1, Randy Orton, number 2. It kicked off, of course, with Edge coming out. Then Randy Orton came out. Then he had fiercely attacked Orton right away. Put him through the table. And then we saw Edge just made his appearance felt, his presence felt. And yeah, I thought it was awesome. And yeah, I'm just it was an awesome match. I'm gonna just name a few that made their appearance, made their return. Carlito, Hurricane. I kind of won't consider a return. I kind of tired of seeing Hurricane. He returned like every year. I'm kind of sick tired of seeing him. But Carlito, Hurricane, Seth Rollins, the Messiah. He came back. That was awesome. Or what was next for the Messiah. And only time will tell. We saw. Yeah, that was basically it. All the contentions, and Edge won the Rumble match, and he will face. Edge also make history by becoming the first man to win the Rumble match after getting inducted to Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Edge, and he's going to WrestleMania. Edge won his 2nd Rumble, and he